Basically, this is the behavior of these terrorists. So, just to say, pour parler clairement, I think the French do not understand English. J'ai passé 4 jours en France durant l'été 2015 et durant cette période de temps, voilà, j'ai fait ça. C'était durant le Ramadan et voilà, j'ai visité la capitale et après ça, je suis allé voilà, à mon rendez-vous chez le médecin. So during the 90s, in this country, things were filled with child trafficking, kidnapping, and way more. The reason behind that is very much unknown. Here, I go to 1964, that's legally my end, and it's like these individuals just support people like that. When I say they have a Nazi behavior, they have a Nazi behavior. They have my resident permit, they have all my documents. During my arrival, they obtain rewards directed to me, money, everything, meaning like I sent a PDF file to Mrs. Evelyn Steinberger Kern, to Miss Evelyn Steinberger Kern. I've sent her, those people sent reward to me, but the racism, discrimination, and the Nazism in the surrounding and the discriminatory behavior of these people led them to believe that there is some sort of an investigation of individuals in here. That individual wasn't me. That individuals I keep on calling Tah. I go around and these people are very aware that they have kidnapped individuals because, yes, and there's a lot of things. There is the $200,000 or $300,000 grant from Princeton University, New Jersey. That was on March 18th, 2018. And then I'm still faced with Supervisor Joachim Obran. To me, this individual so far, because I'm looking in my emails and I visited the embassies, these individuals deliberately commit an act of state aggression, commit an act of terrorism, and commit an act of war. I go there, they didn't see me as the Pope, basically. I went there, I'm making these videos. Well, yes, this is the problem. I have things coming to me, which is my property, and it has been stolen. I don't think that the police has a way of controlling the postal services, and they have stolen things from me. And they commit theft, and they find a rationale in their head to say that their behavior was completely normal. I go to the police station because another policeman has told me, go pick up your graduation certificate from that bureau tomorrow morning. I was there at 10 a.m. I don't know what's wrong with these individuals, basically. And apparently, me speaking this way make them turn like unprofessional. It's like when I see in movies like they go to these countries and they just shoot everyone. Well, I understand the anger of those individuals. Me, I'm an individual who is focused on climate change. I have tons of emails. I'm the individual who is recognized by doing that work. However, I still have to face childish plays coming from Scandinavia, not from Denmark, but from Scandinavia, because people on those surroundings are somehow smarter and well equipped and all of those stuff. I go here and these people are perfectly uh, allowing, yes, this type of, not this type of crime, but this type of, basically, they're just committing war. They're just like warmongers and this and this and this and that. And people need to have this and need to have that and all of those things. I had like now it's like 3 bags of paperwork. And now it's like I have these individuals because the term is Nazism. Nazism is prohibited in all countries in the entire planet. These people are committing Nazism. I go there, give me my documents, please. They have been in your possession. Have you stolen? Yes. And it's like they tied up someone downstairs by the tree. I don't know if it was a male or a female. I don't know if it was the Norwegian, the one from the Czech Republic, or the one from the US. They do all of those crazy things. Personally, I don't invite anyone in here. Well, things were much different when I left in 2014. I studied in Polytechnic school. I had my paperwork together, and we were going to do some sort of, yes. The university where I went when I went there, it's a university which is linked with the Swedish military. That university gave me paperwork, so I know in Algeria or in North Africa you don't think that they have like the right brain construct, but in there they have enough. But in there, Poland is not far from Sweden. Therefore, all the paperwork, all the legal matters are sorted out, and I go there. It's like, okay, so yes, it's like I've been through the Polish justice minister to do those things, and these individuals just exist. So I round up my head about them. They are individuals who commit money laundering and commit theft of large funds which are directed to very large infrastructures, meaning like big projects. This is my studies is like my studies is like englobe this is like to be like the project manager of very large infrastructures. I've done that. Now I'm watching like a safe house, like this is like a movie. I'm watching all the emails that I have written. I ask around. Those individuals do not have the brain instinct to be like a developed country or developed region or way more. They still have the trauma from the 19 or from the 80s when there was no food, when there was this, when there was that. I've sent something like from an objective person point of view, which is very heartwarming and very caring about that. Instead of starting my life, I'm facing obstacles. And I go there and I said, I think you have kidnapped people that I know. I'm starting speaking, and it's like there are French, there are Canadians, there are Spaniards, there are Italians here. Well, the Italians are helpful because I don't know, I have maybe too much cultural interest with Italy. However, it's like there's like some group of thugs whom like individuals just let them do what they want. It's like yes, this dad and this mom was driving on a car. That car was stopped on a roadblock. they have been checked, and they, from the inside of that car, they stole my money. And it's like in Arabic, it's like an assault on a car. Then after that, I don't know what has happened. Maybe there were individuals in there, and those individuals have been taken away from that car. Apparently, they have been taken aware of their car, and they have got the treatments of the maybe Vietnam, or the treatment of Vietnam, not war criminals, but Vietnam war prisoners, Japanese war prisoners, or something like that. Meaning that they have been trapped in a room. And on March 14, I've said everything. And this is, I had like a certain situation. It's like up to the start of the holy month in May 2019. Things were clear, and I've been trying to do this. And it's like we have like politicians or individuals who is like who take like someone with my resume. All my resume is true basically, but like they take someone with my resume is like ICC, European Court of Human Rights, politicians, governmental stuff where I speak English fluently, the climate change, scientists, environmentals, the military, intelligence, all of those individuals is like they're acquaintances. I go there, this is what's going on, this is who sent me. Some of them is like really royalties. Well, I was starting a life there, I was having a bank account, I was I started to get my rights. Yes, and then I found out it's like I was born there. Yes, that's crazy, but that's true. And then I'm faced with these Hamas sympathizers and with people who commit theft from the post, and with all of these individuals. It's like, yes. And it's crazy. I ended up writing to the army and to the presidency. And it's like, this is the situation. And this is real. It's like, because of the World Cup, the entire planet, or the entire individuals who are there, because of Russia, knows the outcome of my graduation certificate. But then I'm facing blocks from these individuals. They don't want me to marry their sisters. They don't want to be friends with me. And they don't want me to have a relationship, professional relationship, with individuals that I know. See, I don't think and I don't try to resolve these issues. That's why I'm still alive and I don't have a brain lesion. I said the journalist, I said this, I said that, and thinking about it, it's like I'm not the only person. I'm just the person who managed to go to a country outside of UNESCO Roman Empire. That's a term that I created, maybe. I've said this and I said this, and just to get and these individuals do these behaviors like clearly, and this and this and that. I'm not gay. I think someone has killed my son, because yes, how do you know I have a son? Yeah, that's complicated. And all of this happened, and I graduated from that university because I went all the way to the Swedish embassy in Tunis. There was a Swedish citizen there, and she informed me. And it's crazy, all the situation. It's like Sweden is like the solar system, And when I'm here, it's like a different galaxy for me. Sweden and this country. I tell people it's like I've studied in French Polytechnic school. After and see, there are individuals who want to see trouble, they don't want to resolve them. And it's crazy that I keep on speaking this. And I have just to contact NASA just to for this message to get through to the head of state so that they can contact the Algerians representative or the Algerians embassies in the countries abroad so that they resolve the hostage situations that happens in Algeria.